Welcome to Justice Now, and this is part of a series of Tips for Black Workers, Part 24. Do not be a hero. This might be one of the more controversial videos, and the reason I'm saying this is because what I'm about to say sounds counterintuitive. However, through my own experiences, and perhaps through experiences of your own, as you mature further in life, you are probably going to come to the same conclusion. So what do I mean by don't be a hero? Do not inject yourself into a situation that does not concern you. And it sounds odd, unless it's a benefit to you. Do not inject yourself into a situation unless it's a benefit to you. Other than that, don't be a hero. So I'll give you an example. About when I was earlier in my career, I had a lot of idealism. I often thought, you treat people the way that everyone should be treated, then you will, be treated the same in return. If you help somebody, you will get the help in return. Unfortunately, that is not the case. And all you need to do is look at the media for that, but I'll give you this example. So one time, I was working in a group home, and I was working with several of the staff there. This is many years ago. And I noticed that one of the staff that I would work with, people would talk bad about her. They would talk about ostracizing her and just gossiping. And me knowing how that felt like, I felt that the team should be unified and not really be bickering over nonsense. Now, this person was non-black, non-white, female. So what I did naively was I went to her and I said, I'm hearing all this gossip, right? I was one of the people that would go and say, I'm hearing about this gossip. Why is this happening? Like, this shouldn't be happening. And, everybody needs to be respected. And she was saying, yeah, everybody should. So I took it upon myself, to say, well, you know what? I just feel that everybody should be protected regardless. And, do you mind if I go to the manager about this? Because it's inappropriate the way that you're being treated. And she said, yeah, go to the manager and let them know, because I need help on this. And I said, sure. And I was doing the right thing. I was going to help out. I went and I told the manager. And as a result, the manager spoke to the others who were a part of it, talking about, how we should be a team, that we shouldn't be ostracizing other employees. And I thought that was that. Okay, now we're going to work as a unified team and go back to business. Well, that did not happen. Instead, I became the target. And the same things that they were saying about her, they were now saying it to me. So I'm thinking, okay, well, this person has my back. After all, I had her back. She didn't ask for it, but I thought it was the right thing to do. And I had her back and went to the manager about this. So, surely she's going to turn around and, do the same for me. Nope, that did not happen. Instead, she worked alongside with the perpetrators who initially were against her. She worked with them after to push me out of that group home. And I was floored. I did not see it coming. I was absolutely shocked. She actually coordinated some of the attacks against me. The same person that I helped. And mind you, it took me a little longer to learn the lesson that I've come to the conclusion of today, which is do not be a hero. And it's, multiple times, thinking you're doing the right thing, which you are, and ensuring that, everybody is safe and people should be treated with respect and dignity. But what I noticed was that it has a strange way of that problem being lifted off of them and put onto you. And while you're protecting them, they're making sure that everything is dumped on you. And there's something just really disgusting about that. Very disturbing. You think that reciprocity would happen, and it did not. All you have to do is go to the media and get additional evidence of why not to be a hero. I don't know which state this was in, and I forgot the name of the young black man who helped to save a white lady's life. But I'll give you the story of what happened. The young man, he saw a white lady with her husband. The white lady collapsed and was unresponsive. The young black man was trained in CPR. And the white husband saw the young man approach and saw the young man kneel towards his wife. And the white man proceeded to yell, "Stay away from her, you N." Mind you, the first thing wasn't, "Oh, you've come to help." It's, "Stay away from her, you N." So the young black man proceeded to do CPR and ultimately saved her life. The white husband did not thank him. And who knows what ulterior motives that white husband actually had. Probably insurance money, probably something else allegedly, who knows. But there was some reason why he did not want assistance for his wife. Or other than the fact that it's a young black man that's coming to approach to help. And this white guy is ready to hurl racial insults, racial slurs against him, who's trying to help his wife. In situations like that, for myself, what I would have done is I would have said, "Okay, fine," and just call 911. And when they say, "Oh," and I'll have it on speaker, and when they say, 911, you let them know, and then you also proceed to let them know, "However, I have the husband here hurling racial slurs and stating to keep away from his wife. So even though there's the Good Samaritan laws, I'm very aware that I do not want to be charged with any other stuff in the event that I'm attempting to help." Or just immediately walk away from there. But it was really kind of the young black man for saving the white woman's life with the CPR. There's another situation where you have another young black man who's a security guard who is trained in firearms, in which it is legal, according to his occupation, to carry a firearm. He subdues a criminal who had just done a criminal act. The police is called. It's with the anticipation that, the police are going to at least say thank you to the young security guard who has managed to subdue the criminal on his own, and instead he gets shot by the police. There's other situations where, there's another young black man who works in a group home. ran ran after one of the clients who has a ASD or autism diagnosis. And he managed to have the client, but then you have the police there. They tell him to go down on the ground, and he's following direction. It's still just amazing how the client who is autistic managed to still, sit down and be calm throughout the whole process. It was absolutely surprising because typically things could have gotten a lot worse. But the black man who was the staff for the group home still got shot while laying on the ground following police instruction. Do not be the hero. That is the lesson. Some people are going to come and say, "Oh my goodness, Justice Now. It sounds really horrible. What you're suggesting. It no. I want to get involved. No, you don't want to get involved. You don't, because again, problems of the other person has a way of lifting off of them and putting it onto you. And keep in mind, there are a lot of situations where you will actually be set up to be pulled into situations, unconstructive situations where your life could be in danger. For instance, there is a situation where there is a white couple. They're yelling. They're always yelling. They're always pushing each other, always yelling. Now, the woman manages to always clutch her bag when she sees me for some reason. But you see her and her mate constantly fighting, pushing each other, being aggressive, physically aggressive to each other. I do not get involved. I don't know if either of them are stalkers. I don't know if either of them are sociopaths. I don't know the situation of what happened between them. I don't know who the aggressor really is. All I know is that they're both aggressing against each other. The Johnny Depp story, who knows? It may in fact be her that's the aggressor instead of the guy. I don't know. I don't get involved. I do observe other black people trying to get involved. I do not, because again, it has an interesting way of the problem lifting off of them and going on to you. If you're a black male and you try to go and stop that so-called domestic situation, when cops show up, it's a life or death situation. They might think that you're the boyfriend instead of the other guy. Do not be the hero. You'll also find yourself that after being the hero, when you need help, you don't get the help. Don't be the hero. Refrain from being the hero. Stay tuned for more videos.